Alright, once again, back to work. Gotta get these Oblivion Gates closed. I'm sure that's what they're gonna want done here too, before they can send soldiers to Bruma to aid in its defense. The attack that everyone seems to know is coming. Not very good spies for the Mythic Dawn, seeing as they basically gave up their plans in the act of spying, trying to get our plans type of thing. I wonder what this bouquet is doing. I bet you there's a story behind that.
I don't have time to chat right now. With that Oblivion Gate looming outside the city walls, we're bracing for an attack. Perhaps we can speak later. My first responsibility is to the people of Cheydenhal. They look to me for protection in these dark times. With an open Oblivion Gate just outside our walls, I cannot risk weakening Cheydenhal's defenses, even for such a worthy cause. Not long ago, one of those foul gates manifested itself just outside the west gates of our city. Nothing's come out of it yet, but we fear the worst. My son, Farwill, has taken some knights and entered the gate bravely in hopes of meeting the enemy head-on. If you want to help, and we can use all the help we can get, head over to the gate and lend a hand to the guards. Just go.
Oh man.
Anytime now.
When they're really, really unfavorable towards you, but they want you to help them out, it's really funny. Oh, please just go help me out as soon as you're out of conversation. Get out of my face. I hate you. Oh man, we may need to charm that guy just because. Alright, so once again we have a Oblivion Gate, but we have at least a little story going on here. Put a little bit of a spin on it. And the area around Cheydenhal, like Coral's the same way, is oh, it's beautiful. I wonder what they could have done with next-gen graphics. Something like this. I guess we'll find out in the next Elder Scrolls, right?
I'd advise you to keep your distance from that accursed portal. Haven't you heard about these gates to Oblivion opening up all over Tamriel? Well, then you know what they're capable of producing, although nothing has come through ever since Farwill entered. About 2 days ago, Count Indaris' son, Farwill, entered the Oblivion Gate with 6 other men. We haven't heard from them since then. The Count fears the worst, and has posted guards here so we can watch and see if anyone comes back out. And so far, nothing. At this point, Count Indaris is offering a reward for the recovery of his son from inside the gate, or confirmed news of his demise. If you find him, or the rest of the Knights of the Thorn, get them out of there. I'm sure the Count would also be pleased if the gate was closed. New to these parts, eh? The Knights of the Thorn are a bunch of rabble who fancy themselves true knights. Farwill formed the group around 2 years ago. They make grand boasts and talk a good talk, but that's all they are. The real work goes to us, the city guard. I hate to speak ill of them, as something horrible may have happened, but their own bravado got them into this mess. It's tolerated because Farwill is the Count's son, plain and simple. He has the power and the coin to put it all together. Most of the time, they lounge around the tavern drinking and making up stories of epic battles with impossible odds that they won. It's all garbage. They never patrol. They never help fight off the occasional bandit that slips into the city. Ah, well, I've said too much already. Brash child. Now look what he's got himself into.
Right. Why would he patrol and fight off the occasional bandit? That's work unworthy of a knight. I mean, they're about more epic things. Oh, an Oblivion Gate open. For perfect opportunity to go in and prove that we're a bunch of kids running around playing knight. Sounds like, yeah, it sounds like real life slapped him in the face as soon as they walk through here. But hey, I can't knock their bravery, though. Just saying. Doesn't look like it probably ended very well for them, but hey, maybe we can find him in here. Maybe we can send him back out to Dad. Get him out of this mess. Said he came in here with, what, 6 or 7 other men? So, well, there's one right there. Not exactly sure where to go in this one. This is, it's a little bit different. It's dark in here, I know that. Yeah, so the Count's son got tired of his cushy, spoiled little pampered life and decided to go out and, I don't know, must have read a book about a hero or something and decided to go out and start playing Knight. Yeah. Well, we've run into something like that before with Mazoga. Turned out pretty well for her. She was at least honorable about it. And brave. Can't tell you how many times I've come across Mazoga's dead body out there fighting bandits. But, I mean, hey. At least she got to choose her own terms on how she was going to leave this world. Fighting the bad guys. Gotta respect that. You know, I think this is one of those that has a bunch of little caves that you can go in and out. We'd probably find a few of those Knights of the Thorn along the way. Other than that one, I'm not seeing anyone else. But yeah, probably crisscrossing paths leading down there. It looks like have some sort of bridge or gate or something there. And, lo and behold, there's Farwell and another survivor. All right, then.
It's about time someone got here. What took you so long? We are knights sworn to uphold the laws of Cheydenhal. We fear no being, and we strike fast and true as lightning. Many wish to join our ranks, as we are of the highest echelon. Only a select few may join the finest force ever to grace the lands of Cyrodiil. Until now, we numbered only 7, but attacked like a regiment. Our enemies quake at our approach, and falter at our charge. Huzzah! I set out with the rest of the knights to dispatch this blemish on the face of our fine world. When we arrived, we were overwhelmed. I myself was able to kill perhaps 2 score of them, but they just kept coming. Only Bremen and I remain alive. However, with you here now, we can take the sigil stone from that citadel and complete our quest for the good of all Cheydenhal. Huzzah! Are you mad? A Knight of the Thorn never returns home until the mission is done. It's our way. Now, in my father's name, as Count Indorus of Cheydenhal, I order you to lead me to that sigil stone. I suggest we use the Raymond sweep formation. You'll assault, and we'll guard the rear flank. Onward and upward! Huzzah!
Oh, no.
The sigil stone for this Oblivion Gate is the key. As soon as we have it, we shall rid Cheydenhal of its existence. The path is yours.
There should have been a speech option to get him out of here. Something like, we need to return you to the Count. Huzzah! Or something like that. That would have been pretty funny. Alright. I'm going to try to keep this fool alive if I can. We'll see. Well, they don't lack for bravery. I'll give them that. I don't need to be hitting them with my own spells either. That's going to get them destroyed. I do have a basic heal other spell. Might as well go ahead and exercise my restoration a little bit anyway. I've probably already dinged up a little bit from coming down here, so I think it's much easier to do in first person. Yeah, many wish to join their ranks, but few can join. Something tells me is that everyone who wished to join your ranks got to join, all half dozen of you. We numbered 7, but we struck like a regiment. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Oh, he's summoning his own, okay. Yeah, well, stay the hell out. I see they're going to try to get themselves killed best they can. Yeah, I can't. Anytime you swing, as soon as they detect that you've swung, as soon as you hit your trigger button, they jump in front of your sword. Yeah, all right, see how this is going to be. They could have left escort missions out of the game. They really could have. I'm sure it's not needful to keep them alive, but I feel obligated to as a player. I mean, they're here. The guy's got a good heart, and of course the Count wants his son back. But, man, Count, your son's trying his hardest to get himself killed. Yeah, hopefully when we get out of here, the Count can curb that bravado of his. He's probably not going to knuckle up and just make his son quit this foolish play night bullshit, but, at least, I don't know. Maybe make him do guard duty and find out what keeping the people safe really is all about. The 364 days of tedium in between the one day of actual action that you get to see. Well, if my summons, if old Frosty Fluffy can do a little bit of work here, maybe we can keep him alive. We can do a little tanking. I get tired of these. Right, summon another one, asshole. Oh, good work. Okay, okay. I see them putting in their effort, doing their part, right? Doing more than... Hey, come back, guys. I was going to heal... Yeah, they're trying to get themselves killed. At least they're taking my Atronac with them. Yeah, they went on ahead.
You'll never take me down.
Okay, this isn't going to work. I'm going to summon something else. Oh, never mind. I guess if worse comes to worse, I can always reload if one of them dies. Hey, they're kicking a little bit of ass. I mean, they're trying at least, right? Nice. I see ya. Okay. Earning a little bit of respect here. Hey, I'll give a little respect where it's due. Sure. I see you guys came in completely unprepared, or else you've already burned through all your health potions. Yeah, for a Dark Elf, you have a pitiful lack of self-heal, buddy. Just letting you know. You could spend a little of that magic pool you got on yourself, you know? Whatever, I get to exercise my restoration on you, so I guess I can't complain too loudly. And your buddy here. Strong potion of absorption worth 1,700 gold. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Get to this stage of the game and some of those potions that are worth 1,000, 1,500, 1,700. I mean, they only weigh half a pound. That is actually your best loot. Doesn't get much better than that. Considering any other item that's going to weigh, or that's going to be worth, 1,000 or more is going to weigh anything from 8 or 10 pounds, like, say, like a Daedric Dagger, up to 50 or 60 pounds, like, a Cuirass or something. Some Greaves. Some swords are worth quite a bit, but they're much heavier than half a pound. It'd be nice if I had a sword that was half a pound. Actually, there is a way to make weightless weapons. It's an exploit. It's a glitch. I'm sure it's not intended by the game. But as far as I know, it's there. I haven't tried it lately, but I don't think they've patched it out. Is essentially you make a bound weapon spell. And it works with armor too, by the way, but it's all you're going to get out of it is Daedric stuff. Which is like, well, Daedric is the best stuff. And, well, some people feel that it is, so what you can do is do a 1 second spell or 2 second spell that binds all of the things that you're able to cast, basically. You know, daggers. You start with, I believe, boots, and go up from there. And basically anything else you can summon, you just put on that list. And what it'll do is it will basically equip you with all of those things. And while the spell is active, basically what you have to do is cast it and immediately go into your inventory before even a second passes and drop everything but the boots. The boots you can't drop because it will basically say they're bound to you. But everything after them, because it goes in alphabetical order, will actually fall on the ground in front of you. And then when you back out of the menu, you let the spell wear off. So if it's only a second or two spell, it just goes away. But everything is left on the ground in front of you, and it's weightless. It's an actual bound item, but it's permanent. It stays forever. You might look at that if you were, I don't know, role-playing and say that you found a way to, you know, trick the gods. You pulled like a dwarven trick and found a way to summon permanently something into this world. And mages and stuff are notorious for that in Elder Scrolls. That type of stuff. Bending the rules and things. You could look at it. You know, to me, it's just an exploit. But it's there. Get a full weightless set. I believe once your heavy armor rating gets high enough, your armor is weightless anyway, but your sword won't be. Now, if you have say a Daedric, claymore? I think the bound sword is a claymore, right? Or a war axe, or dagger, or whatever. That'll still be weightless. And the thing is, it has almost zero stamina consumption. It's basically the same as punching, swinging your fist. So power attacks and stuff like that with a weightless item costs you little or nothing. So there is that, and that to me is like what I can do. I think your stamina consumption is part of the mechanics of the game, and getting around that to me seems cheap. Other than that, and the fact that your weapon would be weightless, so having a claymore that instead of it weighing 60, 70 pounds or whatever, would only weigh like nothing, you know. That's pretty cheap. But the armor really would make a difference, because if you're going to make a bunch of weightless stuff, it's not worth anything. So it's not something that you could sit there and spam and make and go sell, which is what some of you probably thought of first. Oh my gosh, I could have 1,000,000 gold in 5 minutes. No, it doesn't work like that. They're not worth anything. They're just weightless items. And if you're thinking it'd be a way to get weightless Daedric gear at the very beginning of the game, I guess if your magic pool and your skills were high enough, I guess that's, you know, but it still wouldn't be at the very beginning, because you'd have to get your conjuration up to, I believe it's 75 if you want to conjure everything, all the armor pieces and all the weapons. I know some of that is 50. You have to have a minimum of 50 just to cast it. And I think there might even be 1 or 2 bound items, whether it's armor or weapons, that are actually 75. So, I mean, you're not going to do that right out the chute anyway. Plus, you got to get into the Arcane University. So you're going to have to go through the whole Mages Guild thing and stuff like that. And I love that. That is something I seriously needed in Skyrim and never got any of, was the adventure aspect and the whole principle of earning what you got. That was a big thing to me. And everything was just given to you so freely. It's for free with little or no effort or skill or challenge to the player. It was just a matter of, here you go, you can have it, because in Oblivion it was too much work. Who are you to decide that some of the best time-consuming aspects of the game were too much to bother for an RPG player who wanted to get immersed in the game? Weapon repair, enchanting. And I don't mean enchanting like running across an enchanting table and basically learning how to use it simply because the smart-ass court wizard just says, oh yeah, by the way, just find something, break it down, and you learn it. That's it? I mean, what happened to using my own intelligence and my own creativity to make my own shit and stuff? I mean, that's a pretty big ripoff. And that's also a pretty harsh statement from Bethesda as to what they think of us. You know, they went the Hillary route and just call us all a bunch of deplorables who aren't capable of thinking for ourselves, I guess. I don't know. It's, I don't know. Do you think they could ever put it back in? You guys? Do you think? We need it back. We need all that kind of stuff back. And not just enchanting the way it was, and the need to earn the ability to enchant and get some of the better things in the game that allow you to customize your character. Plus character customization in and of itself, right? But just the whole principle of the player needing to get into the game and explore the game and experience the game in order to get some of these things, you know? It being part and parcel of the whole RPG experience is the work needed to get to certain... Because it's an RPG... I mean, if it's work, it's probably not fun. But if you enjoy it, it's not work. And that's the thing, is RPG players enjoy this. Don't take our stuff out of our RPGs because some Call of Duty whiny baby over here who can't stand the... all the things that go into playing an RPG. He's too lazy to do them, so you just take them out so you can get his money. This is just I'd run that argument into the ground. But anyway, I want that stuff back. I'm not holding out much hope that they'll ever give it back, but you never know. They might. Anyway. Alright, well, we kept them alive this far. Contrary to their best efforts, we've kept them alive. As hard as they're trying to get themselves killed, they're still with me. They're not scared to fight, no matter how bad they get dinged up. I guess you gotta respect that, sort of. I liked how it sounded at first when they were talking about just taking up the whole rear guard thing. Yeah, do that. Do that. Take up the rear guard. Stay back there. If anybody gets past me, then you clean up. How's that? But with these guys, even the slightest whiff of an enemy, they're going. They're getting after it. So. They're not trying to hear it. Yeah, y'all can go ahead and say sneaking is for cowards right before you die if you want. Yeah, that's how that usually turns out. That'd be nice if it was just these guys up here. They hit kind of hard, but they go down pretty easy. Well, why don't y'all just charge on ahead and show me how you take up that rear guard. Off you go, then. It's not really heavily guarded up here, is it? I'm used to finding like 4 or 5 Dremora up here doing their thing. You're pathetic. Oh, the smack talk during battle, man. Oh, it's the best ever. You're not going to let me get in a swing edgewise, are they? Nice. Daedric Warhammer, wow. I think it's worth 5,000. And it weighs, what, 93? So let's see, I could carry 186 potions for the weight of that one Warhammer. All worth 1,000 apiece, for example. That's a lot of money. Alright, well, appreciate y'all exercising my restoration skills there. Can I get a Daedric helmet? Or gloves, please? You know, I have a feeling I'm gonna finish this game without one or the other, or both. At this rate. Unless on just some lucky quest somewhere they drop both of them for me. I can see that maybe happening too, but doubtful. That would be luck, and me and luck don't get along very well, apparently. So here we go. Well, we managed to save the Count's son and his friend. So now there's at least 2 knights. You gotta give the Count's son somebody. you know, to survive with, so he'll have someone to tell his bullshit tales to about how they single-handedly, I'm sure they'll leave us out of any future tales of their bravery and chivalry here, closing this gate and fighting off waves of Daedra, numbering in the thousands, of course.
We made it! I mean, victory is ours once again. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
You've done well. I wouldn't have expected such bravery from someone who isn't a Knight of the Thorn.
Of course not.
Now that this battle between good and evil has been won, and the day is ours, you should go speak with my father. He will reward you greatly for escorting me home and closing the Oblivion Gate. Since you have led us to victory, I am hereby giving you the honorary title of a Knight of the Thorn. Your name shall be revered, and your deeds placed into song, to be performed by the greatest bards for generations to come. Congratulations. No more will the gate threaten the good people of Cheydenhal. The Knights of the Thorn have triumphed once more. As a Knight of the Thorn, you are now expected to carry this symbol of your knighthood. Carry it proudly, and wear it well. Make sure you address the Count properly.
Okay, I'll be listening for those songs of my bravery and mighty deeds from the bards in Skyrim, because those guys are everywhere. Can't walk into a tavern without hearing them sing badly and play their drums. So I'll be looking forward to that. Well, I guess they didn't follow me. Hope there wasn't anything else I needed to do with them before reporting into the Count. I don't even have a quest marker here. And it's probably the middle of the night, right? Of course it is.
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cheydenhal. I'm also overjoyed that you saved my son's life. I realize he's trying at times, and he speaks before he thinks. But he's still my son, and I adore him greatly. I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience. Most would have given him up for dead, rather than deal with his ego. Anyway, I digress. I'm sure you wish to hear of your reward. I'm in possession of 2 fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations. I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thornblade or the Staff of Indaris. The Thornblade it is. Again, I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cheydenhal, and I especially thank you as an elated father. Farewell, and may RK guide you. I will not forget your service to me and to Cheydenhal. Rescuing my son from the Oblivion Gate was a daring feat. With the Oblivion Gate closed, I can now gladly send aid to Bruma. Even though he may be a bit misguided, I'm still proud to call him my son. I think if you had the chance to speak to any of the knights, they were happy to follow Farwill into battle. I'll be having a very long talk with my impetuous son. I don't blame him directly for their deaths, but he must learn to do things the proper way. He must realize he'll be ruling Cheydenhal one day. That's a responsibility I aim to make him ready for. Stop.
Yeah, now get out of my face for saving my son. Oh, I was waiting for that. Oh, well. Normally I would, Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to go stop at a merchant, obviously. I have all that stuff from, Rock Milk Cave and who knows what else. Haven't bothered to stop at a merchant lately. Let me go ahead and get to where I can at least move.
The gray fox protects you.
Is he a fence?
Your reputation precedes you, Gate Closer, Scourge of Oblivion, Hero of Kalach.
Huh. I guess not. Saw a thing for training, but not for... I guess he was similar to that one Khajiit in Breville. I don't remember getting any jobs from this guy. All right, well, I don't know what we're off to next. We'll go see. I thought we might check in a Mage's Guild or something. But, we'll probably have more Oblivion Gates to close, too, so we might stick with that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, you can click that button up top. If you want to catch the rest of this playthrough, you can click that image in the middle. It should send you straight to the playlist. Appreciate you hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.